Good afternoon. Today is it's almost 3 o'clock. Come over here. Come and help me. It is Monday, August 17th, and I'm going to show you how to do enlace de números, which in English are called number bonds. You want to come sit with me? Nope, that's she's awake. We have a baby in the house. Okay, so this is the homework. If you can show them the homework. This is one of the sheets in the homework packet. And I'm showing you how to do the enlace de números in the homework packet, okay? So before I do it, I'm gonna stand up, and over here on our wall, we're just starting in our wall. This is my classroom 401. You see we did enlace de números last week, a couple of the days, and we have enlace de números over here. This is just kind of to get an idea, if you can kind of point the camera down to these, that what enlace de números look like. So basically, I'm going to show you that in just a second. This is what they look like, okay? And then we use that to make equations out of them. And I mean, I'll go through that in just a moment. And then one more. Today we did subtraction. So you're not going to do subtraction for homework this week. You'll probably see subtraction for homework next week in enlace de números. But again, for subtraction, we're breaking numbers with enlace de números, and we're using them. Now here you see tens all over the place. Now, enlace de números, they're called number bonds in English. You're breaking a number apart. Deconstructing it is the standard. And then the reason you deconstruct it is because when you deconstruct it to an easier number that your brain can work with, your math is a lot faster, okay? So here you see these, all these 10 facts, okay? 10 facts students need to know, bam, 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 bam. So when you deconstruct a number like an 18 to a number like a 10 and an 8, you can use the 10 faster and you can use the 8 faster than you can the 18. So that's the reason that you deconstruct numbers. And one way to deconstruct a number is a number bond. So the purpose of a number bond is to deconstruct to easier numbers so that you can do the math with it. Today we did subtraction in the classroom, but last week we did addition. So I'm going to go back over there because that's the homework assignment. All right, so I'm going to deconstruct that. And so you're doing enlace de números or number bonds to deconstruct numbers, so then you can do a faster math problem that is easier and more efficient. So 16 plus 3, okay? 16 plus 3, this 16th is a more challenging number. You can go ahead and point up there. So the 16 is a challenging number, okay? Rather than do 16 plus 3, I'm gonna deconstruct it to a 10 and a 6. And that's the basic idea. Now, once I have the 10 and the 6, what you have are math facts. You have the 10 plus a 6, and I also have a 3, okay? Now, the reason that you have math facts as a homework assignment, that's the last sheet in your homework packet, because those math assignments need to be bam, 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 fast and accurate. Accurate's more important, but they need to be faster every day, okay? So now, 16 plus 3 is not a math fact. It's not a speed math fact. It's not one that you should have memorized. But 6 plus 3 is one that you should have memorized, and 10 plus 3 is one that you should have memorized. So 6 plus 3 is 9, because I know my math facts, and I still have that 10. Any number in the world that you have adding 10 should be easy. And that's what we do in second grade. So the answer is 19. Bam. And that's what the homework should be looking like. So the 15, we're splitting it into a 10 and a 5. And we still have a 4 to add. So now instead of 4 plus 15, I have 4 plus 10 plus 5. So 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 10 is 19.
No sale ya.
Bam. Thank you. And that's the basic. So, one more thing. Many parents say this is more confusing, and it is more confusing. That's because your brain is not trained to do this, and as mine, I'm with you. And so I was not trained to work this way. So my brain, when I first started doing this, it was confusing, and it will be confusing for you. But please trust me. Trust me when I say that if your son or daughter learns to use the power of numbers and learns to have those numbers and be able to decompose them and compose them with a seamless fashion, then they are going to be able to do math easier and faster than you and I could, because it's going to be a part of their normal process that they're going to be able to add and subtract larger numbers. Later on, it's not going to be 16 plus 3. It's going to be 376 plus 23. And that's not easy to do, and you can't do that with counting. So when you start decomposing numbers with number bonds, that's going to be easier, and you'll see the power of it when they get to the end of second grade and into upper grades, okay? So trust me that it's not easy for you and me, because we didn't learn it that way, but if they learn it that way now, it will be more powerful, okay? All right, thank you.